Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have this. It is a cracked piece of cast iron and I'm going to attempt to weld it today. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned because there is a few channel updates. So yes, I'll see you in a sec. This is what I'm working on today. As you can see, there is a clean crack. Clean? I won't say clean, but there is a crack going straight through it, and it is looking a little worse for wear. So there's that needs to be repaired, and there's also this side here that needs to be repaired. This should be a circle. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna sort this side here out. Yeah, it's not looking good. Shout out to the metal surgeon. He was the one who recommended these welding rods to me. I know nothing about cast iron repair, literally just watched a few YouTube videos. Luckily I've done one of these before, otherwise I would have been completely in the dark, so I got a bit more confidence this time around. This is going to be a bit of a tough one. So from the last one I made, I need to linish off the mushroom head that is on this pin. So basically the way how this works, here's the hook on top, and this hooks onto the back of a piece of flat bar. So it's going to be hooked on here. My hand is the flat bar, and these pins is what the attachment holds onto. Basically it tows behind it a seat that a person sits on and plants seeds. So in this video I have a few announcements to make as well as things to show you. First announcement, my van. You probably would have already seen it in the background. The audio craps out a little bit, there's too much wind noise, but yes, I have myself a van. I do mobile welding now, so stay tuned for mobile welding videos. You can hire my services, links are in the description. I cover most of Berkshire and the surrounding areas, so yeah, hit me up if you need any work. And then down here, I don't know if I've already shown you, but I now own a Fronius Transsteel 2700 along with my thermal arc over there. I've been buying a whole bunch of kit, including this, a Optrill Swiss Air. So you know how I like to take my protection serious, and when I'm using these masks here, I need to use some breathing protection, and I'm going to put it on now. Finally, I am sponsored by Fine. You're going to see a whole bunch of these tools in all of my future videos and my Instagram content. Hands down the best tools you can buy when it comes to construction, when it comes to steel work, not construction. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm doing, but because I've done one already, I've got a little bit of experience knowing what's in store for me. And basically I'm going to prep everything and then just reinforce it with weld upon weld upon weld. An unbelievable amount of weld is going to go on all of this to give it the strength, because there is a lot of strain that is going to be on these parts. So they are the channel updates, and yes, I'm happy. The business is moving in the right direction. I just need to, you know, pull in more work, which is easier said than done. My sponsorship with Fine, I back these guys 100%. They have helped me out so much with my mobile business. You know, I got a chop saw from them, an impact, a drill, a die grinder, cordless battery grinder. All of these sort of tools have saved me the initial investment. And when I said that they're not construction tools, what I mean by that is the tools are designed for metalwork. It's none of this nonsense, you know, where you're using DeWalt, which is good for woodworking, but once you put it in a factory it just falls apart. So these tools here, I will back them 100%, and I would fully recommend grabbing any of these sort of tools. They are just amazing.
I was in two minds for this side of the repair. The rods that I've got are for cast iron, and they're not. I don't think they're designed for welding dissimilar materials, which I was about to do that, welding mild steel to cast iron. So I wasn't too confident with this point. I could have done a full ring all the way around, but with that, I didn't want it to move the pin too far off from where it should be. So I just opted for kind of a half sleeve going around it and trying to keep it as in line as possible. It worked when I took it to the client. It worked, but it doesn't fill me with confidence. I could have added more runs of weld onto it, but at a certain point you have to just draw the line somewhere. It was the second time that I had ever welded cast. I welded it around 50 amps, so whatever the box said, I welded it just above the amperage that it said is the lowest. It's a 2.5mm rod, and I should have wire brushed in between each pass, but I was just using the chipping hammer. It welded weird, really. I weren't used to it. It's like the arc length couldn't be too close because then it'll stick, and when the arc length's too far away, it'll be like such a spray transfer kind of deposit. I wish I knew the theory behind things and had more practical advice so I could have done it properly, but I gave it the best shot I could.
So by no means am I an expert at this. I am basically following YouTube tutorials. Don't use this as a tutorial, but like what I normally do as my videos, as a tutorial video, I'm just following what I've seen on the internet, and they say preheat it to a certain temperature. I think I should have preheated the rods, but I didn't. Preheat it to a certain temperature, weld it. I'm a bit nervous as to the outcome that's going to happen from welding dissimilar materials, because I couldn't get access to no rods. So I'm hoping that the fact that it's got a dissimilar rod, that it's got dissimilar weld, it's not going to cause issues. Yeah, it's all wrapped up now, so it cools down slower, and I am going to have a little break and then work on the other side once this is cooled down to a more manageable temperature. Here are the final results.
like I said, I was just going to build it up with plenty weld, and that hopefully should be strong enough. Who knows? Cast iron is always one of them dodgy weld repairs. But yes, that's the end of this video. If you liked what you see, hit the subscribe button for more content just like this, and I will see you in the next one.